Okay, here we go with number 17. We're starting with the original equation unchanged. As I keep saying, I don't know if you're watching every single video, so I'm going to repeat some things, but it's worth hearing it more than once. If you aren't super neat about how you write, or you write kind of big, or otherwise you're still practicing making all of this look nice, then I suggest that while individual numbers take up one line, if you have something like this, some fraction, then each part of the fraction takes up the line, so that you have two lines to write the equation with, because this has a top and this one has a bottom. Okay, numerator and denominator. So that's why I've written it like this, to kind of give it enough room to breathe so that you're not smashing h divided by 3 onto a single line. Now, it depends on the paper that you've got. Some lines are closer together. Some people will write more neatly. And if you choose to do that on a single line, that's fine. But what I don't want to see is you crossing over lines and things dangling off because you can't fit it. Okay, if you can't fit it, use one line for each part of it, the numerator and denominator. Okay. Now, what do we do? Well, we're looking at this and saying h divided by 3 is getting 10 added to it. That's the last thing that's happened in order of operations, is that plus 10. So we undo it with a minus 10. So we write what was originally there, 10 plus h over 3, and then I write minus 10 at the end of it. Okay, equals 1, what was originally there, and then minus 10. We subtracted 10 from both sides. Now we're going to simplify on this step. And remember, the 10, and the whole reason of doing this minus 10 is to undo that plus 10, and so that's gone, leaving just this part, h divided by 3. And when we combine, we find 1 minus 10 is negative 9. And what do we need to do now? Well, h is being divided by 3. The inverse operation of that is times 3. So if I want to multiply by 3, what I need to do is write everything from that side inside parentheses and put the times 3 outside. Then do the same thing on the other side. What was there? Negative 9. What do we need to do? Well, we needed to multiply the other side by 3, so we're going to do that on this side as well to keep the equation balanced. And then we simplify that. Divided by 3 and times 3 undo each other, so we just are left with h, and the 3 times negative 9 is negative 27. So I box my answer, and now we're doing our proof. So we say the proof. We write the original equation unchanged, 10 plus h over 3 equals 1. And now we are rewriting the original equation with parentheses wherever there's a variable, and the value that we believe it to be substituted in. So exactly the same with negative 27 for h, parentheses around it. Cannot stress that enough. It's got to be there. And now we're going to simplify the left-hand side. The right-hand side is just 1. It's already as simplified as it's going to be. So that 1 is going to continue to move down throughout the problem. And what we're really simplifying is what's on the left. So what do we do first? Well, we're following order of operations. We're not undoing them like we did the solution on the left-hand side. We're just simplifying with order of operations. So we say this negative 27 divided by 3 becomes negative 9. So we've got 10 plus this turns into negative 9. The reason that we have parentheses around that is to separate this addition operation from this negative symbol for the sign of that value. And then what's 10 plus negative 9? 10 plus negative 9 is 1. And on the right hand side was also 1. So we give it a check mark, and that's proper proof for number